Hello, hi, how are you today? In this video, I want to talk to you about what's really happening. So, I had posted a poll a few weeks ago where I was saying to people two questions. One was, I've run out of ideas about how this is supposed to happen. And the other one was like, I'm ready to do what it takes. Okay, and a lot of people answered the majority. I'm run- I'm running out of ideas on how this is supposed to happen. So I'm here to help with this. Hi, I'm Patricia. Welcome to my channel, which is about twin flames, the new light body, and ascension. So let's talk about this because I have a 6-week challenge class coming up, and you're going to feel different. So if all you've ever done is sort of, kind of go from place to place and try to glean ideas, I'd like you to think about this. Have you tried doing it through your body? Is your body ready to help you? Is it a new body with new chakras, the right connections, upper level connections to up level you? Yes, and yes, and yes. So, the first thing I'm going to tell you, there's 3 things to know about this and about ascension. Ascension is what you're really here for. I mean, let's face it. I mean, many of us are like, well, I'm already a multidimensional being. Yeah, you could feel that. You could dream it. You could see things. You could sense it. But why do it from inside a physical body? We have to do it because it goes right down to the molecular level. Why? Nuclear. I mean, there have been things that have damaged us right at the molecular level and beyond. So we got to do it where this is actually the point of building up again. And it's through your body. Your body is within. In fact, your light body animates the physical body, not the other way around. It's not just some little separate part that departs when you pass away. It's the part that enlivens you, that is connected to you all through your life, starting from inside your mama. And it might be hard for people to believe, but there are actually people who have memories of this. They have memories of being birthed, they have memories of birth traumas. And it's not that everything is beautiful and lovely, but sometimes they remember really good things about it. They remember where they came from. They remember hopping in. So, there's enough people out there that I think would agree with this, that ascension is what you're really here for so that you can have health, prosperity, and new stuff. So when I say new stuff, it could be new careers. It is things that pertain to your material comforts, to the material side of your life, because that's also a part of you. Because let's face it, how easy is your ascension going to be if you don't have the material stuff to kind of back you up, support you, foundationally be there for you? This means things like reliable people, unexpected sources of money flow. This means things like what we call true abundance, which for a lot of people, frankly, means their finances improve somehow, some way. I just talked to someone who actually got $11,000 that showed up, that was from like a year-long dispute with Social Security. And she was kind of like, well, I guess not. They made good on the 12 months that this thing took to like work its way through the system. Systems are slow, but there are ways that are coming into your favor. So, I mean, this was definitely a boon. It was unexpected. It was sort of like when the person has to let it go and then it shows up. Why? Because your higher self makes it give way. It's like suddenly those dams burst and the flow can start, and it changes the mood, it changes the heart. But it's that water that as it comes in, it starts lifting the person up where they need to be. It starts up leveling them. So ascension, this is actually your light body wanting to go up and not leaving you stay put. Your body can't carry all this stuff to the past, which means me to point to not the same old soulmates. You've been saddled with those people longer than you even realize. You may or may not even realize, where do all these people come from? Who are they to me? When I first had like an awakening, it wasn't really the first one either, but it was one where I was starting to really consider past lives. And I started looking at the interconnectedness, and I was thinking, well, who is that person to me? Well, who is my brother to me? Like, who were they? Who are they now? What's this going to turn into? Where is all this going, right? And you may have some of the same questions. And I do read people's Akashic records. That's not going to be the topic of this 6-week challenge workshop, although those questions can be answered, and many people do have those questions. You've been through many lifetimes with the same old soulmates, sometimes just trading places, just karmically balancing. I'm going to be the man, now you'll be the man. I'm going to be the husband, now you'll be the husband. And we are swapping places way too many times. This accounts for some of the familiarity when people meet a soulmate that they mistake for being their twin flame. It's like it's familiar. What's another way of saying it's familiar? Feels like home. But what if that's the same bombed out damn place that had a cataclysm or a war or a battle, or, it's the same old stuff, and you're both carrying those traumas? That familiarity does not equal this higher love. And that's why I'm saying some people are the same old, okay? You're actually clinging together with like that kind of mold that fuses things together. Do you ever see two vegetables or fruits where they're next to each other and they start getting moldy and then it seems like they fuse? There's nothing fresh or new about that. And it's kind of icky. And that's how some of these moldy soulmates can feel. These are some of how these soulmates can feel for you, is that it's tired, it's tiring, it's boring, it's the same old. You're wondering when your life is going to take off. You're wondering where the passion went, okay? This too is a part of ascension, is to retrieve. It's to glean, it's to up-level you. It's to get you a better soulmate, not the same old crappy ones. Same old narcissist. If you don't know the lesson of the narcissist right now, let me say this to you right now. Stop looking for more lessons. Stop repeating the insanity. Just stop, because you're not crazy, okay? Find out in my 6-week workshop by doing the work. We are actually going to do body work. That's how you do the work. You don't leave space. You don't like carve out a little part of your heart to like let that soulmate park in there and like siphon off your energy. What are you thinking? Sometimes that's your ego. I get it. We're going to discuss the difference between being in your high intelligence, your up-leveled state of being, and the ego mind, who finds its comfort zone there. None of the same old soulmates. Your soul don't want any. Your soul isn't playing that anymore. Your soul does not need the games, the toxicity, the endless wounding, okay? We want to reverse that and get you up where you belong. Which brings me to point 3 here. Without your new light body becoming opened, expanded, and this is not just any old light body. This isn't, one from the old paradigm with just 7 chakras. In fact, many people, you have more than 5 senses. You have more than 7 chakras. Many people incarnated with about 12 to 13. And there's more. And there are your shared connection points as well. Many times those get sick. And this is why I've developed the modality I have to sort of methodically take you through the up-leveling process, which is ascension. Without the new light body Without your twin flame body, you'll get sick. And sometimes you get sick and sick again. And this could range from ancestral illnesses, ancestral things based on lifestyle. This includes things like addiction, tendencies towards violence, tendencies towards criminal things. You don't believe me? Don't look at the news, but look at the news. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then stop looking at the news. Stop doom scrolling. Okay? We're here to be the people that are doing this first. You will get sick, chronic illness, things that run in families, and you're going to feel it because it's going to feel like it's related to something that you're either doing or not doing. It's going to have a feel to it versus before you awakened and it just happens, okay? You got the same old thing that grandma had, or you got the same old thing that grandpa had. There are genetic markers for these things, but those genetic markers mean that the DNA has been damaged and it just kind of repeats. It's like having a bad string of code. It repeats and it repeats, and you're here to energetically set those boundaries to repair it with your brand new twin flame body. Plus, there's two of you. You can feel the getting sick from the other side, just like they can feel you. You can feel the moods, and you can feel the good stuff. I want to get you into feeling that good stuff. Karma continues if you do nothing for engagement of your light body. So when I say light body, the twin flame body is what I'm talking about. If you're not engaging it, so hear me out on this. You don't necessarily have to live with your twin. In fact, the majority of people are in a separation, whatever form of separation that is. Voluntary, involuntary. You can, be feeling like there's a vast difference or something, there's some vast gulf between you. Okay? Stop being crazy about this because you're not crazy. You have a light body that is designed to use your divine connections and not earthly stuff, not stuff dreamed up by your head or the same old, same old. Okay? We do it differently, and this is a 6-week challenge. So we're going to meet. The link is below. You can post questions to me. And I know that there's people out there that sit there and tell people, oh, you got to learn these karmic lessons. How many times are you supposed to repeat karma? Where's the insanity in that? Where's the logic? Okay. If I'm saying to you there is a new way because it's new and there's a new light body, and that new light body, your twin flame body doesn't want to carry all that crap from the past for either of you, why not try it? Right? Because I'm going to tell you something also. Getting sick and having karma repeat is a hell of a lot more expensive than some of the things you're going to do to better yourself, to invest in your own ascension, to take heed from my trial and error of making this very concise, making it efficient, answering your questions. How would you like to get specific guidance where you're not fumbling around for weeks and months and years, really? Okay. And a lot of people are in that position. They are starting to feel a bit futile, and they can't think of how because it's not a thinking thing. If you think, that's using your ego mind. If you think, it's using your frontal lobe, the memory banks. This is brand new, and it has to be done through your brand new twin flame body. And it's very new. But let me tell you, it's like, okay, this was a comparison I gave to someone. For someone who likes cars, and this is also symbolism that you will see in your dreams. The body is sometimes represented by a multi-roomed house or a car or some other vehicle, typically a car because it's very common. It's very easy to feel it and understand for a majority of ascending activated people. So once you had your activation, Okay. The old car is like a car from the 1960s. It's very innovative, it's fast, it's got a brand new 350 V8 engine. It can go from 0 to 60, but the new twin flame body is going to be like a McLaren, a Ferrari. It's got so many bells and whistles. It's going to be even faster, more efficient, more fun. I like to tell people and I like to engage people in my workshops and really encourage you, like, did you try this? Did you try that? Tell me the result next week. Do this and try it and let me know what you experienced and feel. We all listen to each other. And that's another beauty part. You can participate or you could sit by and listen. I like when people participate. For me, it's much more well-rounded, let's say. I feel like it's a much better workshop. And that happens, I mean, it absolutely happens in person. At my live workshops, oh my God, you wouldn't even believe how much fun we have. But online, I understand you could be a little bit reserved. Maybe you want to hear, and that's fine. You can hear, you can observe, but by the end of the 6 weeks, you're going to feel so much better. So, do you have a question for me? See the link below or email me at twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. Check out my website at twinflamereconnection.com. Thanks so much. I hope to see you there. Bye.